Hi guys, Ceremony Marine Tank here. Just doing an update. Got livestock in my tank now. Had it up running with fish and a couple of corals for about 2 weeks now, which brings the total thing to about 7. This is 7th or 8th week the whole tank's been set up for. Just give you a run through of what I've got. You can obviously see that I've got clownfish. Before you have any thoughts, the only reason the orange clowns and black clowns are in together because I'm setting up another tank, an original tank of mine that had just the orange clowns and those 2 blue damsels and the orange clowns in there. It wasn't very well maintained. I couldn't maintain it because it was in another house, and it got hair algae, so had to take it all apart and recycling it, new live rock and things, but the fish ended up surviving, so I'll be chucking them back in the tank in a few weeks once it's cycled. So the black clowns are the clowns that belong in this tank. You can see I've got my school of gouramis, 5, I've got 5 gouramis, got 1 yellow damsel. They actually all seem to be doing fine. The damsels don't really fight, the clownfish love each other really, they're all getting along. The corals are surviving, they're actually looking really good. Yes, you can see I have a bit of algae, I need to get onto that. It's only just started coming the past week or so. I have my turbo snail, which I don't know where he's gone. He's in there, you probably can't see him, but he is back behind where the yellow damsel was. He seems to be doing alright. I just want to get some shrimp, some peppermint shrimp or blood shrimp or something, just to chuck in there, but I've got to wait for my supplier to get it. The corals. We have a Trachophilia, if it'll focus. Pretty good size. I like the colour. You can see his tentacles out because I just fed him about 15 minutes ago, gave him another short feed. Same as the Cataphilia. That's a real good favourite of mine. It actually is a massive coral. It spreads to about 3 times the size of that, but it's just, that's a Mysis shrimp, so it's still shrunk in a bit. My Xenia coral. One of my favourites, to be honest. It's just so peaceful, so slow moving, and creates a good atmosphere in the tank. I've got a green morph, looks really good. My Goni coral, that's a really nice one. They all seem to be doing fine. They're absolutely loving the light. That seems to be like another type of Trachophilia coral or something. It doesn't have much body to it. It's as if it's dying. It was just on the rock like that, but as soon as I just fed it for the first time, it stuck a whole lot of tentacles out. You can see some at the bottom there. So I think it's going through a bit of a rehab. We'll soon see how that pans out. That's a little colony of zoos. My supplier gave that one to me for $5, simply because it needs to go through a bit of rehab. But it seems to be doing great. When I got it, nothing was showing, no polyps, no colour. It was just a bleached colour. But now it's all opened up and it's getting its pink back. I have 2 morphs down here again. They're all spreading out a lot. That's just you can see it back there. Looks like a little piece of Xenia, as if it's just fallen off or something, and it's just growing back through the shells. And then of course you got my bubble tip anemone, which is an absolute favourite of mine. It's so nice. The best thing about it was that my suppliers pretty much gave it to me for $15, and it looked pretty ordinary. And about 4 days later, and a bit of feeding, good light, it just walked around the whole tank. It was originally up here somewhere, walked all the way back down here, and it's right in front of the power head, but it seems to be enjoying it. Seems to be liking it a lot. I have some like little type of kelp thing that's growing off that thing there, if it'll focus. That just looked like one little stalk, and now it's just growing right underneath the zinnia. I don't know if you can see, it's not very good lighting. Oh yeah, you can see a little school of Zeus. They're like purple and they got little gold feather things on them. I didn't actually know what this was, but found out a couple of days ago that it's the sun coral. Another part that looks like it's coming back to life. You got the yellow there, and then even down here you can see them just opening up a bit. They're actually black sun corals. I found out what they were, so I fed them last night and they absolutely went crazy for the mysis shrimp. I still have the mollies. The only reason I kept those couple of mollies was because I'm going to cycle this tank again, so I'll be chucking the mollies in. I have a big feather worm, but he's not out at the moment. He generally comes out at night and mornings. Got the starfish at the back there. He's pretty cool. He just walks around all day, really, just cleaning up all the little bits. There's a couple of bits of coral just on the bottom there. It's a bit weird. They are alive, but they've just got no colour. No colour at the moment. Sorry about the shaking. That's basically it for now. Shall be getting a couple more. Couple of shrimp or something. But yeah, it seems to be going fine. The water parameters are perfect. I've never seen a coral that hasn't been out, except for at night when it goes inside. The clowns haven't really. You can see there, they're just having a little bit of a go at each other. They've been doing that today. That's all they've been doing it really for like a brief 30 seconds. But hopefully, I'm hoping within a week and a half or 2 weeks that tank will be good enough to chuck the fish back in, the original clowns. And I'll hopefully be getting some more fish. Get rid of the mollies, the 2 orange clowns, the 2 blue damsels. Get rid of those. Chuck them in my other tank, and I'll hopefully be getting a firefish or something, or a couple of blennies. Just add some different flavour into the tank and some more colours, and I'll be getting a lot more live rock. Completely building a shelf over here. Want a few more soft corals, probably another xenia, a lot more zoanthids, and then give it a couple of months and I'll look into getting a clam, but maybe possibly even another anemone, a green bubble tip, hopefully. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. Hopefully you like the video. It's starting to come along now. Hopefully by the time I make another video I'll have some of this algae under control. Be doing a lot more water changes more frequently, getting some algae control stuff, and hopefully the blenny will eat some, get a couple blue-legged hermit crabs, and let my snail, starfish and the shrimp do the rest. So yeah, cheers.